Hello, lovelies. It is Josie Myers here, and welcome back to my YouTube podcast. I'm so excited to see you here. If it is your first time here, my name is Josie Myers, and I'm a Reiki master, author, and a makeup artist. And I help women to holistically find their happy and help them glow from the inside out. I'm so excited that you are here. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. I love to know that people are consistently listening and hopefully learning a little bit about their chakra energy as well as a little bit of beauty. So today we are going to explore your intuition. I can't wait to get into this. I have been meaning to talk about intuition for a little while now, and I think it's a great place to start to tell you where your intuition lives in your chakra energy. So if you are new and you don't know this, there are 7 main chakras in our body, and they all are beautiful spinning balls of light. They all hold a different energy, which contributes to our energetic body. So when we look at the chakra system, your intuition lives in your third eye chakra, or otherwise known as your Anya, and the color is indigo, and the location is on your forehead in between your eyebrows, okay? Now, the third eye chakra witnesses the internal screen where memory and fantasy, images and archetypes, intuition and imagination are displayed. From this, we create meaning and consciousness to everyday life. The third eye chakra is our gut feeling, our inner teacher, and our strong intuition. So I'm going to be going through a few ways on how our intuition can actually be dulled. There are so many reasons why our intuition can be dulled, so these are not the only ones, but these are the ones that I want to talk about today because they resonate most in my life and in my story. But I feel like these are very popular ones that a lot of people go through. So let's start. I want you to think about a time when you felt that you really, really had to meet someone else's expectation, even though it wasn't going to make you happy. Think about what happened in your body. Did you feel like you wanted to do that thing? Did you feel like you could speak up and say no? This one here, I believe, is the number one killer of your intuition. It's so important that when we are trying to build our intuition or trying to at least try to sharpen it, that we are thinking very carefully about what people are asking of us and what we are willing to do. It's important that the expectations that are put on you actually work for you. I know that there have been many times where I, in my past specifically, have really bent over backwards to meet other people's expectations, even when didn't feel good, because I didn't want to let that person down. I have news for you. In order to get what you want and to stay on your path and follow your intuition and get what you want in life, you're going to have to disappoint people. Now, I know that a lot of us that are listening have probably been brought up with that whole idea of always serving and giving and doing all of those things to make people happy without actually thinking of ourselves. I think as a woman, there's a high expectation for that to happen. We are the nurturers. We are the lovers. We are the ones that are flowing through life with femininity and grace. But I don't feel that that has to be the case. I think that we can do all of those things, but also preserve ourselves. So if you are having some challenges right now with kind of working through people's expectations of you, my biggest piece of advice is to make sure that what you are doing is aligned with you. And if people are asking things of you and you are not comfortable with that, it's important that you are able to say no. Let's talk about the next one. Feeling like you are on the wrong track. If you feel like you're on the wrong track, I feel like that is an indication that your intuition is not sharp, but also that your root chakra is not very grounded and secure. If you go back into my first pod, I talked about our root chakra energy and how it allows us to feel very grounded and secure in our lives. I feel like the root chakra and the third eye really work together. So here is an activity, if you haven't done this already, or if you feel like you're going awry in your life, that you can do in order to get a little bit more clarity. Okay, so take out a journal or a piece of paper, and I want you to just write down, I want, and just start listing what it is that you want. Now, I know that this can be difficult because some people say, I don't actually know what I want. But if you keep asking yourself this question and you listen to your mind, your thoughts, and your intuition, you will get to what you want. Now, if you are in the beginning stages of exploring yourself, or if you are rediscovering yourself, I would encourage you to do things like journaling, affirmation, meditation that helps you to discover you. That way you can get a really clear picture on what it is that you want. When Michelle and I sat down to write Freeing the Butterfly, we wanted to help women find their happy. But more than that, we wanted to give women a guide to figure out themselves, to explore themselves, and go through a full transformation. And I think that if you feel like you're on the wrong track and you really want to start exploring yourself and getting more clear on what it is that you want, I would suggest that you take a look at the book. We also have a blog on josiemyers.com or freeingthebutterfly.com with lots of free resources, so you can take a look there. Now, if you are successful in writing down what you want and being very clear on that, the next thing that I think is crucial is to take an inventory of who you're surrounded by. Do the things that you want align with the people that are around you? If you are constantly talking to people that feel like there's only one way to do something, or they're very rigid in their own lives, or they have a very rigid outlook on life that only has one path, you might want to remove yourself from that or distance yourself from those people. You want to find people that are on the track to finding what is going to make them happy. Maybe they are working toward building a business, maybe working toward helping people in a different way, or just people that aren't going to take you and see you, but use that to judge you and not give you the nurturing that you need in order to make this change. It's already difficult to really hone in on our intuition and know what we want and then go and get that, because the fact is that you are probably going to have to explore avenues and do things that don't actually fit in a beautiful little box. You know, society is kind of like that. where sometimes it's very difficult to find people that are going to listen with the ear of non-judgment, and that are going to encourage you. And I think the other portion of that is just also understanding that everyone has a different way of life, and they may think that the way that they're living is the only way, but it's important that you are placing yourself around people that actually can see outside of the confines of their own life. So let's delve into our last one. Let's talk about feeling constantly stressed and anxious. If you are like me and you have a past of depression, anxiety, and stress, this can deeply affect your ability to listen to your intuition. The problem is, when you're stressed and anxious, your mind is clouded and bombarded with your thoughts and your feelings of the world. And the key to this is finding things to do to manage your stress and anxiety. We will always have stress and anxiety in our lives. In my case, it's been a big factor, and I've really tried to focus on working through that. It can get better. It can get better. Now, I love to use holistic things in order to help me move through my stress and anxiety. My things that I like doing are using self-care, such as affirmations. Um, you can journal. You can do anything that is meditative, chopping vegetables, watching a candle burn. There's a ton of meditative things that are in Freeing the Butterfly. But the other thing I love to do is use my hobbies and things that I love to do in order to take my stress away. Taking a walk. My makeup has become a ritual for me. A lot of people think that it's because I don't love myself, but I actually do love myself. That's why I do that ritual. It's not just about me slapping makeup on to look great. That's one of it, of course. But for me, that gives me the time that I need for myself to focus on me. So, whatever it is that really puts you in a meditative state is a really, really good idea. Now, early on in my journey as a practitioner, I took a course that was all about intuition and just being a lot more sharper intuitively. I knew that if I had to work with clients as well as work with my own things every day, my intuition would have to be top notch. I literally guide people through being better holistically. So while it's something that I felt that I needed for myself, it very much affects the work that I do. So I want to kind of give you an activity or an exercise that you can do in order to sharpen your intuition. If you want to sharpen your intuition, you need to start doing that very simply and easily. First, find a space that's quiet within your home that you feel comfortable. Take a deep breath in, close your eyes, and you're going to imagine that you are in a security bubble. Then ask yourself a question. Start simple. Even something like, what do I want to make for dinner tonight? Sit and think, listen to your gut and your thoughts, and then come up with your answer. I would try using very simple things at first and then build up to more complex questions. I found it really helpful to do that because it actually allowed me to sit and listen to my body and my thoughts. Practicing this will transform your life, so try it. Now, I know that we're bombarded with so many things each day: videos, ads, news, people's opinions. We are constantly being bombarded with things that kill or dull our intuition. Challenge yourself today to sit down and Do some exercises that allows you to use your intuition. Remember, it's not going to be perfect. There are times in my life where my gut has told me no, but I've gone ahead and done something anyway, and they have made for a lot of good life lessons. It's not going to be perfect. You aren't always going to have the right answer. Your intuition isn't always going to guide you in the right spot. But it's really just important that you are sharpening that and you're leaning into what you want and explore the path that you need to take in order to get to what it is that you are wanting in your life. And if I can just leave you with one final thought, just please remember that the path that you're on is 100% your own journey. Being intuitively sharp will change your life tenfold. It's not going to come without a lot of uncomfortability, but I'm telling you, once you get to the other side of that and you start really feeling successful in your own life, no matter what it is that your goals are, you're going to be so much happier and it's going to be so worth it. And the people that are meant to be standing by your side will be there. Sometimes it's lonely, but if that means that you are going to essentially get with what you want and attract what it is that you want in your life, be it people, being material things, be it a feeling, be it happiness, then that's all that matters. I'm so happy that you decided to stop by. If this is your first, second, third, fourth time, I'm just happy that you're here and I hope that you're learning lots. I'm always open to your comments. I always want to hear what you're up to. So please go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Just remember to always be kind because you never know what people are going through. I love you much. Be well, and we'll talk later.